20. So Jophar responded, and he said that his troubled thoughts prompt him to answer. And I think I can relate to him, because sometimes when someone say things that I don't think is true, then there's just thoughts just stir up, and it makes me feel like if I don't say it, then I'm not being truthful. So he was prompted by I guess a feeling of pride, because he heard Job's rebuke, and that seems to dishonor him. And he pretty much say, since from old, then the life of the wicked is brief, the joy lasts only a moment. So it makes me think, like, today we don't see that. We see like a lot of wicked people having a very long life, and they live in, like, I guess comfort, like, and prestige and fame and wealth, much more than people who are maybe more righteous than them. And that prompted me to wonder why, like, Job's friend has such a, like, they are so entrenched in this idea. And one thing that made me think about is people back then have a much longer lifeline than we do nowadays. The Bible records people living hundreds and hundreds of years. And so I think in that time span, and maybe God was more involved like in judgment and executing justice, because they were closer to God in knowing what He wants, and his nature, and He's more apparent to them back then. And as sin come in, and it separates God more and more and more, and we don't have that kind of like direct communication with God that they have. And so because of that, that made me think that's why these kind of like, justice will be carried out soon, or the life of the wicked are short, and that kind of idea is so entrenched in Job's friends. And so basically he talked about that, where wickedness will cause a wicked person to basically not be able to enjoy the wealth that he has, and so on and so forth. And so that, reading all of that makes me just think about that, and those are pretty much my thoughts for this.